Now you're asking me to go back to Alice Cummings through his people and make a request for $300,000. Then he said, you know, he might be inclined to give us the money because he wants something from me. So this is the honest man. This is the honest Joe Brocker. The Joseph Brocker that is supposed to be a decent, honorable man is asking me to go to Alice Cummings under the pretext of being inclined to grant Cummings' request for him, Joe Brocker, to recuse himself from the political race and raise Cummings' hand. So he wanted me to go now to Cummings to go and get another $300,000 from Alice Cummings. I never did. I never delivered that message to Alice Cummings because I knew Joe Brocker was dishonest. How dare I go ask Cummings for $300,000 to give to Joe Brocker when Brocker had just made a fun of Cummings in Ghana at a meeting Cummings gave him money for? And this is and these are things we could not come to the public to disclose these things. We could not do these things because we were in too deep. We were in too deep. And so what did I do?
I guess what? Then people come and play. I swear. I'm a winner EPA with me. The sun up and they get it right. My husband has edition is taking from people. I was there to and I is the on say we them buy get there say na. We mo ta ko le ba. Ibo running behind.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest press not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. Don't just stay for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we're not seeing changes. Promises you made, you and your rescue team. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. Drama 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 drama. Yes. People suffering, you downsizing, you wish haunting. Now when they tap on it, people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. Change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made, you and your rescue team. Stay, we not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. Promises you made. Now when they tap on it, Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue?
On the 15th day of May 2025,
People while they want, then you say you give the rescue.
the Liberian people continuing to witness a lot of drama in the political space of the country.
Yama, 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 yama.
Imagine the president of the country reaching out to the former president and
But we not seeing changes.
using a strange number.
You think? Stay.
President Weah said he saw a strange number and he could not pick up.
CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude.
Unknown number is calling.
Wish haunting. Now when they tap on it, Liberian people suffering. You dance
You are serious about reconciling the country. Your vision is wanting to reconcile the country.
I give the rescue now.
But instead of you going to your next door neighbor, like we say in Liberia, you thought to call on an unknown number.
Give the rescue.
Oh yeah.
You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue.
Was the president's call yesterday to President George Weah,
People say now.
to the former Liberian president, was it in good faith?
Yama, 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 yama.
Was it actually about reconciliation, or it was a
Tama, tama, tama.
particular political game,
Sama, 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 sama.
political gimmick to present a situation to the world over that you have a reconciliatory president on the paper, when in fact, in real sense,
Promises you.
reconciliation is far from the activities happening in the country.
Seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two.
Today, we're going to be talking about reconciliation,
You dance dancing.
peace, and unity, because yesterday was Unification Day.
People suffering. You dance dancing.
While that topic is going to be the biggest on the platform today,
Suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now.
be reminded that on today's edition,
Oh, it's a rescue.
those of you Liberians who are following the conversation,
Ask you one question now.
all of you living in this country who are watching and monitoring the radio,
The people what they want.
and those of you who are Lone Star Cell MTN subscribers,
Mr.
and at the same time wanting to win money here on the cash giveaway.
Yama, 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 yama.
Today we bring you sufficient packages.
Drama, 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 drama.
You can win $5,000 if it is what the machine will select for you.
Sama, 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 sama.
You can have $10,000 on your wallet if it is going to be the lucky prize that will be selected for you when you are when you make it up to the winning list
Promises you made you and your rescue.
of the cash giveaway on the Toys edition.
Seeing changes.
So the code remains the same.
Divided into two.
Star 799 star 11 hatch.
You dance dancing.
With just $200 Liberian dollars, you could be one of the
People suffering.
lucky winners who could walk away with either $5,000
When they tap on it, Liberian people suffering.
or 10,000 Liberian dollars on the platform.
The rescue now. You and your
I
rescue.
repeat,
I say, oh, it's a rescue.
with 200 Liberian dollars,
Question now who you give the rescue.
with just 200 Liberian dollars,
You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue.
you will have the opportunity to win for yourself
It's a rescue. The people say not like you.
between 5 to 10,000 Liberian dollars. It depends on how well you play, and as a matter of fact, the strain of your luck. And so if you're lucky enough, you can win 4, 5, 6 different times and so forth. But you're not going to know whether you are lucky if you do not play. So the chance is yours. The opportunity is yours for you to go to your Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money phone
We're not seeing changes. You made it hope.
and you go and dial star 799 star 11 hash.
They can't come.
And let's see how that will play out for you.
You wish haunting.
But on today, we're going to be discussing the letter from the former president,
You wish haunting.
the statement that was made by the current president,
Tell me who you rather.
and unification in the entire country as a whole.
Oh, it's a rescue.
We're going to be looking into it. Is it something cosmetic?
You wanna ask.
Is it actually for real?
You give the rescue. You not give
what would be
then you say you give the rest.
the positive issues that we will attain as a country if we continue to foster reconciliation and unity. All of these plus many others will constitute today's menu when we will be getting all of those issues on your platform right here on 87.9. We take a few bars of our team song and our sponsors. By the time we return, it's going to be a wonderful one here. At the same time, we're going to be giving you money for those of you who will be winning.
This arrest the people they're not like you.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know. You can see. So if you see crime, don't report it. Don't take law in your hands. Call the right authority. Tell it can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime bringing safety to your door. Crime stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stop Liberia from the center to interior. Crime stop keeping us safe. Let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making.
Yang Tieti to Deja. Introducing Yang Beer from Beijing, the newest sensation in town. Yang Beer is so smooth and light. You can drink it, wake up in that morning, feeling very energized, and you wicked boy, the woman will be very happy. No headache, no eye spinning. And the Yang Beer bottle, it got a special way again open. Nobody will ever use you for the opener again. Very easy. Yang Beer can be found wholesale or retail at Sir Exeter and Jungle Water, and also in supermarkets or bars around you. Reward yourself by drinking Yang Beer, and trust me, you will be ready to go.
Okay, Yanjin BA is our proud sponsor here on the platform, and most importantly, Radio Entertainment Liberia is proudly associated with Freedom Hub on 87.9. That's why we are giving you money every single day here on the platform. So let's see who's going to be one of our frequent players. Those who are often on the dashboard. Those of you who normally play. The system has a way of identifying you and giving you some money. So let's see if we can call somebody who has been selected as one of the frequent players. Let's see if we can call this person and give them $1,000. Yeah, so you've been playing. Sometimes you can win, sometimes you can win. But those of you who can play, most frequently, whether you can win or not, you're part of the frequent players. So let's see if we can call this person and see. Hello, how are you? Okay, you're listening to the radio. I'm hearing myself. How you doing?
Fine.
Okay, so what's your name? Your background is noisy, Masa. Oh no. Can you leave the place for us to talk to you?
Yeah.
Have you been playing the cash giveaway on Freedom Radio?
Yes.
Okay, and our system recognized you as one of the regular players. What's your name? Yasa Kolba. Yasa, do you know how to play? I mean, do you know the new way to play on Freedom? Okay. I mean, do you know our new original code? The one that we said will not change.
The new one that your say will not change.
Mm-hmm.
The star 799 star hash.
It's star 799 star 11.
11 hash.
Simple. That one will not change it. Every
Yeah.
day that one will be using. Okay. All right, my dear. So keep checking your mobile money. We'll give you $1,000 because you are a regular player. Congratulations.
Thank you, Oliver.
Okay, you're welcome. So it's already there. Check it up. When you receive it, you can call us right back.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
okay, you're welcome. We'll leave it right there and go back. Yeah, we'll leave it right there and go back to see if we can find another regular player. Let's see if we can do that quickly and be right back.
From the center to interior, Ram Starbuck. Keeping us safe, let's coming for all of our Ram Starbuck. The people bringing safety to your door, Ram Starbuck. Stopping crime and make a peace for them before, Ram Starbuck. Ram Starbuck, Liberia. From the center to interior, Ram Starbuck. Keeping us safe, let's coming for all of our.
Ground Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's coming out for all of our. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of our.
Okay, all right. So welcome back to Freedom Hub on 87.9, the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. So we will try our best to go back to the drawing board and give some more money. But while we keep doing that, you don't have to wait. Once you win, we'll give you your money. Let's run directly to the conversation on the radio. So there are too many things happening in the country that we want to talk about. And since today is Thursday, we'll do our best to talk about the most trending issue in the country, and that has to do with national unification. So I'm gonna do my best on it. Let us go and see if we can bring the president's audio. President Black spoke on yesterday, and we want to bring his audio to you, the Liberian people. We want to play that for you. We want to play that audio for you. Then we will turn around. We will go and bring you the response from the former president. Let's see if we can do that. While we are doing it, we try again to look at the system and see those of you who will be winning 10,000 or 5,000 on the platform, and we can try to call some of you, get you some money, and that will be good business. Trust me, it will be good business. You give people money, you give them information. At the same time, I mean, it's going to be a wonderful thing. But I want you to listen. This is what President Baka said on yesterday when he spoke to the nation. He said, as a way of reconciling the country, he reached out to this person, that person, and the other person. Take your time and listen to this particular part of it. Okay.
Squarely within such frame of mind that I, earlier today, placed special goodwill telephone calls to former presidents Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Manuel Weah. Such of mind that I, earlier today, squarely within such frame of mind that I, earlier today, placed special goodwill telephone calls to former presidents Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Manuel Weah. It was squarely within such frame of mind that I, earlier today, placed special goodwill telephone calls to former presidents Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Manuel Weah. It was clearly within such frame of mind that I, earlier today, placed special goodwill telephone calls to former presidents Ellen Johnson State and George Weah.
Okay, so this is the most important part of the most important part of the how you call this thing, the president's speech that I thought to bring to you. But here is the bigger picture. When the president spoke on yesterday, I mean, it is not working. We have it. When the president, okay, so I don't know why it is like that. When the president spoke on yesterday, and talk about the need for us, the Liberian people, when he talk about the need for us to be united, it became an issue of contention amongst the intellectual class of our country. So in simple English, plenty of Liberian people were confused. President Baga said the country should be united when in fact the very month his government came to power, Liberians were being dismissed, not because they are not qualified, not because they don't have the recruitship credentials, but because they belong to political alignments that are totally different from the Unity Party. Now, if you have such a president under whose leadership people are being dismissed, not on the basis of the crimes they've committed, but on the basis of their political affiliation, then such a president should not be the messenger for unity in the country, because under his watch, as head of the country, you witness division sowing in the country, division on the increase, on the rise. There are people in tenure position, people who were in tenure position, and those tenure positions were created by law in this country, that nobody's supposed to touch them except for any criminal, reasons or whatever administrative reasons, as a result of due process. In the absence of that, once you are a tenure position holder, you are supposed to have the opportunity, you are supposed to have the opportunity to serve your tenure. What did we see happening? Our honorable president, His Excellency Joe Bwaka, became the president of the country. Under his watch, all tenure positions were abused, disregarded. People with tenure were forced to leave their jobs. A lot of them were suspended, and while under suspension, they had people replacing them. You have a situation in the country where 400 individuals from the Executive Protection Service were relieved of their duty, not because they are not qualified gun shooters, not because they are not qualified VIP protectors, but because of the time frame in which they got enrolled into the security force between 2018 and 2023. And so even because they are trained gun shooters, even though they are trained security personnel, with reference to VIP protection, but they were denied employment opportunity because of a particular time frame they got enrolled into the force. That time frame was as a result of the Weah's administration. And so because of that, people made them jobless. How can the country be united when individuals are being targeted in the country on the basis of political alignment and not on the basis of the crime they've committed? And so as Liberians were hearing President Bwaka call for unity in the country, they were concerned as to the authentic nature of the preacher. And this is why you said the sermon is beautiful, but we want to know who preaching the sermon. The pastor preaching correctly, but we want to know who that pastor is. We're not going to be, in a situation where it will say, do what I say, don't do what I do. No pastor should tell the congregation to do what I say, but don't do what I do. If I must be a decent person, a decent churchgoer, I should be able to emulate the examples from you, the pastor. In this case, President Barker cannot tell you and I when was the last time he spoke to the former president of the country. His most immediate predecessor, he cannot tell you when he did that. On Unification Day, you are informing the country that you just placed a call to the former president. Should the president of the country wait for Unification Day before placing a call to the former president? These are statements. These are people who occupy the same portfolio in the country. These are people who have benefited from deep security briefings in the country. In any democracy, in any advanced country where vindictiveness is not taking center stage, the current president will always. I mean, it is not a law, though. I mean, it is not binding. But for the sake of expediency, peace, and harmony, reconciliation, and nation building, the current president will always check on the current president. The current president will always check on the former president. Hey, my man, what's up? This is happening. What do you think we can do? I mean, this is happening. This is happening. There should be some form of consultation. The line of communication should not be a one time in a long blue moon situation. To come to Liberians on yesterday and say, I have placed a call to former President George Weah and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf on Unification Day, that's cosmetic. That's cosmetic. The fact that you are reporting to Liberians that you have called the two former presidents shows that the entire 365 days are passed, because it is after every year before you can have Unification Day. It shows that from May 14, 2024 to May 14, 2025, it shows that you've not been in touch with the people, because it should not make the news. Liberians should see what you are doing. They should see how you are relating to these people, and you do not have to even announce to them what you've done. The mere fact that you've included that into your statement, it shows that you've been having a modern relationship with them. And that's why the country continues to be very, very divided. That's why the country is divided. We kept saying to you, Mr. President, that you are the president of the country and not the president of Unity Party. You needed to have, all through your initial, days in the presidency, you needed to have accorded all of your predecessors the utmost respect and dignity that they deserve. That's what you needed to have done. The first mistake was to have deprived the former president of a VVIP lounge that he built at the Robertson International Airport, to deprive him of using it. If George Weah is not a VIP in this country, then please tell us who is a VIP. Because the launch is not only for the president, though. A Nigerian preacher went through the VVIP launch. He was a VIP, but George Weah, who was the former president, was not good enough to use the VVIP launch. And I can name several other musicians who passed through the VVIP launch. So you want Liberians to see you as a reconciliatory leader, through a particular 6-7 minutes a national address to the people, but in practical sense, you are not. The reason why today we still have people thinking blue and thinking green is because you, the leader, you are not pushing genuine reconciliation. You are cosmetic about reconciling this country. The day you decide to make reconciliation and national unity a top priority, it is the day the tension in this country will start to de-escalate. Today, parents are not speaking to children. Friends are no longer moving along correctly. People attending the same churches, they don't speak to one another because of the blue and green divide. The man who is the president, who is supposed to ignite genuine reconciliation, is toying with reconciliation. He's doing cosmetic reconciliation. I called the former president, Ellen Johnson, and I called George Weah. Should you wait for May 14 to call them? And by the way, star 799 star 11 hatch. We're hoping to give sufficient of the 5,000, 10,000 here on the platform. So don't mind why we're talking. Keep playing behind the scene. By the time the time reaches, we'll call all of the people who win and we'll give them the money. But back to the conversation. Like I was saying, You do not need a particular day to inform us that you are in talks. By the way, the former president issued a statement, and I'm going to read that statement for those of you, the Liberian people listening. I'm going to read that statement for you. I'm going to read what the former president wrote on yesterday. Let me try as hard as possible to read it. The reconciliation of this country should not be politicized. A country like Liberia with history of civil unrest, a country like Liberia where two-party democracy is gradually becoming the order of the day, there will be time in the country when people go to election, they will not get time for any other small party anymore. Either you CDC or you UP, you join me any other party where your business that you don't want to waste your own time. A time when kind of Liberia will jump to that level. The same way in the US, if you are not a Democrat, you are a Republican. In Nigeria, it is either the APC or something, SLPP in Sierra Leone and something else, Ghana NPP and something else. Liberia is fast growing into that era where it is either CDC. And so in such a country, it is essential for the leader, because the man who is in power is the one with the authority to keep the country stable. Opposition ain't got time for stability. If you are lucky enough to have an opposition leader like George Weah, who doesn't let confusion, he ain't let problem, he ain't let causing chaos, you should be thankful. Because in other countries, the opposition community would normally cause trouble. So to have a political leader in opposition as peaceful as George Weah, I mean, there should be no reason why reconciliation should be a cosmetic endeavor. It should be genuine. It should be authentic. It should be directly to the heart. But you are not doing it. You are not doing it. And I see people support the United Party passing all around the place, and you say, oh, this and that. The man called the man, and the man did not do this and that. Let's read what former President Weah said. And by the way, star 799, star 11 hatch. You keep playing. The more you play, the better your chances are. 5,000-10,000 to go. Depending on how lucky you are. Only Lone Star sell MTN people. Any different network, I mean, you will not be successful. Yep. So this is what former President Weah wrote. You know, on the 14th of May 2025, he said, today, on this May 14, 2025, I again wish Liberians a happy Unification Day and urged all of us to always act in the ultimate interest of the nation. Early this morning, I received a missed call from an unknown number. I want all of you outside there to underline this particular one. From an unknown number. I received a call from an unknown number, which was followed by a text message from President Joseph Boakai wishing me happy Unification Day and urging national unity. I responded to said message in return by also wishing him a happy Unification Day. Then President Weah went on to say, I have not spoken to President Boakai since January 2024. I have not spoken to President Boakai since January 2024, and that was on the inauguration day. I iterate that true unification is not based on superficial political gimmicks, but on the rule of law and constitutional order. I again urge President Boakai to respect the rule of law, respect past and present political leaders, and uphold the sanctity of our hard-fought democratic institutions and processes in order to foster national unification. May God bless Liberia and His Excellency George Manuel Weah, Senior, former President of the Republic of Liberia. This was President Weah's message. His statement that he issued following the address by President Boakai to the nation, in which he iterated that he placed a call to President Weah and other people. Now, it boils back to what I was saying. it boils back to what I was saying. The former president said the last time I spoke to President Baka was in January of 2024. Let me say this to our people. You know the reason why there were plenty of United Partisans in the CDC government who were not dismissed? In fact, there were United Partisans in the different ministries and agencies who were always seen insulting the president. The sitting president, they were insulting him. Under George Weah, when you go to some other ministries, you will find civil servants brave enough to openly insult the president. And they were not getting sacked for it. Nobody was dismissing them for it. Nobody sent them home for it. Nobody made them jobless for insulting the sitting president. Was that good? No. But when President Weah took over, in fact, he did not even take over at the time when he was declared president-elect of the country. I remember vividly that then Senator Joe Howard Taylor, who was the vice president-elect, accompanied the president-elect George Weah in 2017 to President Baka's house at Rehab. The distance from President Baka's house to President Weah's house, that from Capitol Building to UL campus, you can walk in less than 2 minutes. You're there. You can stand to President Weah's fence and yell. You can be the President Weah's fence and say, "Oh, Papa Baka, hello," and you respond. You say, "Oh, Joe Weah, hello." That's how close they are. In 2017, the then president-elect and vice president-elect walked to Vice President Baka's house at the time out of courtesy. Pape, we came to you, although we won the election, but we want to assure you that we work together as a country and people. We need unity. And that was able to tone down the rhetoric in the country. When the ordinary citizens see their leaders, when the ordinary partisans in blue and the ordinary partisans in green see their leaders in green and blue at a table of national unity, at a table of brotherhood, it diminishes all of the tension that keep building. It de-escalates all of the tension and pressure that keep mounting in the country, the division. That was what George Weah did in 2017. He didn't stop that. He didn't stop there, rather. He went on in 2018 when he was president and went to President Baka's house again. Not only that, he invited President Baka to the executive mansion. By the time the mansion was at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there is a picture to that effect where former Vice President Baka was seen visiting President Weah in his executive mansion office. There was an invitation to that effect. Y'all go call the paper, let's talk. And as those things were happening, that's how you saw former ministers of the Ellen Baka administration were still, they were still retained. Forget about them being retained. That's how you saw, to a greater extent, some form of tension that was building up started to reduce till the point where President Baka got sick. These are things that we don't take pleasure in talking about, though. To the point where he was not well. President Weah had to instruct one of his officials, who was then at I don't want to mention the entity too much, but the United Party people know what I'm talking about. President Baka instructed one of the officials to make sure that President Baka is taken to America for advanced medical treatment. A certain president did that for a former vice president who contested against him and came second in that election. Instructed the guy to take the then former vice president to America for treatment. And there will be time in, time out where individuals will be going from the president's cycle to go and visit former Vice President Baka and show that he was doing okay, doing good. That was the kind of relationship that existed between the two. That's how you do that's how you do unification. That's how you do national reconciliation. President Weah is not asking for anything. We've had conversations with him on several occasions. He said, "No, I'm not living alone. My son playing professional football. He can take care of me. Our president, I made some money for myself as president. I was having salary. I can take care of myself on it. I don't need it. I just need courtesy. I just need that mutual understanding to exist between the president and I, because the both of us, we are in the same presidential league. 4, 5, 6, 10 years from now, the children in elementary school, when they were about to recite the Joseph Jigging Rabba, they will say George Manawia and Joseph Newman Bwaka. That's what they will say. We will be on the same path. Regardless of how we are, whatever the case is, we will be on the same path. We only need a courtesy. That is how you were treated, President Bwaka. That's how you were treated. You were given all of the courtesy, even beyond. And nobody must say, oh, Joe, we are the president, so you were under obligation to send Joe Bwaka to the hospital. No, he was never under any obligation. He was never under any obligation. We saw how Moses Blah, peace to his ashes, may his soul rest in peace. We saw how Moses Blah died in the town. He died to JFK. When President Bwaka was the vice president, Ellen was the president, Moses Blah died at JFK. Moses Blah was a former president. He was a former president, former vice president. He died at JFK because the government of the day could not fly out of the country. That is something George Weah did to Joe Bwaka. So nobody must say, oh, it's not a man's responsibility. No. Oh, that the country money. Oh, yeah, but Ellen and Joe Bwaka had the country money now. And Moses Blah died at JFK. They could not fly into America for advanced treatment. Oh, yes, when you in the bus, in the taxi now, in the KK arguing, oh, but when Joe Weah kept Bwaka to the hospital when you were president, so why? That the country money are using, I agree. But Joe Bwaka and Ellen had the country money at the time. When Judy Bryant died in this country because he could not go to seek medical attention abroad. And I can name several other big leaders of this country who were in dire need of the attention when Vice President Bwaka, when President Bwaka was vice president, and those people did not receive help. So when you are lucky enough as a former leader to have such a recognition given to you by a current official of government, a current president, to say, look, this is our former vice president. We can say that if I will be sick and something happened to him. I mean, my man can't carry a puppet to America and go treat him. Puppet, those are the kind of treatment you got from President Weah. Are we saying you should go carry President Weah to the hospital? No, President Weah ain't sick. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying. What we are saying is there are parents in this country who are not speaking to their children. There are friends from high school who do not even speak to one another in this country anymore. And the only reason why those things are happening because of the green and blue politics. When you stop this extreme governance, you know, that extreme governance can make it, you don't want to tolerate people. You know, you keep affiliation on an extreme level. When you reduce it, the tension will start to trickle down. I mean, the de-escalation of the tension will start to trickle down to the folks in the basement. But the person Bwaka and we are still at loggerhead, the people in the committee will still remain at loggerhead. And what will happen? The country suffers. Because the very foreigners are monitoring our mood. The foreigners are observing how Liberians are becoming so deeply entrenched in division. They are monitoring it. Do you think they want to invest their billions in this country? They know that with the kind of anger in the country, they know that anything can erupt anytime. The people are too angry. Nobody want to bring a lifetime investment here. They only be joking small money, be promising small money. And that's how people will continue to remain jobless. Because once investments are not coming, once they are not expanding their investment, obviously, people will not get jobs to do. So the first and foremost thing for the government to pay attention to is to stop politicizing the country. Election is over. We expect President Bwaka and his United Party government to institute a particular measure that will see to it that the country will serve the purpose for all Liberians. Instead, you went to Ministry of Transport, even United Partisan chairman who used to work there, because they were appointed on the job we had time, you sacked 207 of them. So when the chairman can call me, okay, and we used to argue on Facebook, you know, with the job we have been there. Yeah, they sacked me. I said, yeah, but your government test on your green t-shirt photo where you used to be taking during the campaign and carried it and tell them, said, no, you sack me free. Maybe they'll get you a job. They'll get your job back to you. It should not be. It should not be. The we are who left other people in power, left them in the offices and still run the government. Not that he didn't know what he was doing, but he knew that when he became president, he left the position of a standard bearer of CDC to the president of Liberia. And that's why every Liberian, regardless of who you are, you have space to work in his government. Look at what's happening in the system. Look at what's happening in the system. Once you are identified as a CDC man, you are dismissed. Adu Kane has been very, very active at Maritime. In no time, they dismiss him. The guys from City Hall, they dismiss them. And you can check the rest of the entities. When you keep dismissing people on the basis of where they affiliate politically, when you keep doing those things, at the end of the day, do you know what you're doing? You are deepening the tension. Oh yes, that's what you keep doing. Let's take this quick break to be right back.
Introducing Yanjin Beer from Beijing, the newest sensation in town. Yanjin Beer is so smooth and light. You can drink it, wake up in that morning, feeling very energized. And you wicked boy, the woman will be very happy. No headache, no eye spinning. And the Yanjin Beer bottle, it got a special way again open. Nobody will ever use you for the opener again. Very easy. Yanjin Beer can be found wholesale or retail at Sir Exeter and Tongo Water, and also in supermarkets or bars around you. Reward yourself by drinking Yanjin Beer, and trust me, you will be ready to go. Yang Tieti to Deja. Introducing Yanjin Beer from Beijing, the newest sensation in town. Yanjin Beer is so smooth and light. You can drink it, wake up in that morning, feeling very energized. And you wicked boy, the woman will be very happy. No headache.
Okay, so you see there? And remember, like I told you, I mean, let me look at my numbers and see where we are. If we can go and dash somebody some money, it will be very, very important. But star 799 star 11 hatch. The more you play, the better your chances, my people. The more you play, the better your chances are. Okay, let's see. Let me give somebody a quick yeah, hold on. Let me give somebody a quick $1,000. One regular player. Let me give them a quick $1,000. Then we'll see what to do. Let's give somebody a quick $1,000 quickly. But like I was telling you, as we speak, and President Baga said he called President we are yesterday. You know what he said yesterday? You know the former president and President Baga lived to the same place, right? The former president had some kind of smaller place right outside a fence where people used to sit down. You know, yeah, people used to sit down there and be like, you know, President, we are, I mean, anywhere the man go, plenty people will let go sit down around him. Because that place can be parked, where people then say natural caterpillar, everything start grading the place, or they move the place. The man what you call yesterday for reconciliation, the place where a man beginning and be sitting now, also caterpillar go and remove it. As we speak, they're clearing it. But that's not the issue. That is not the issue. National unification should not be a cosmetic endeavor. It should not be. Oh, we come and get a person. Oh wow, we come and get a person with 1,000. The person switch up. Let's see what we can try then 2 more times. National unification should not be. It should not be a joke. Okay. I think the person is up for real. Let me give it some seconds, then we'll call back. If not, then we'll go and select somebody else. But keep it coming to star 799 star 11 hatch, and we'll give you some money. 5,000, 10,000, whatever the case is. The machine will decide how much we'll punch out for you. But here is the point. And that's the point I want all of you to get. You can't continue. Look at what's happening. The Supreme Court of the country ruled and said Fonati Kofa is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. I mean, that was prior to Fonati's resignation, though. President Baga is the chief executive of this country. He has the right to mandate the Minister of Justice. The Justice Minister would then mandate the police director to remove all of the security people from behind Richard Kuhn. They had that authority to do it. In the face of the Supreme Court's ruling. In the face of the Supreme Court's ruling, this president kept the police, the EPS, And all of the different immunities that are supposed to be for the legitimate speaker, he kept them behind the then purported speaker. And you preaching unity? I mean, that's making mockery out of the people. That's teasing the Liberian people in their tolerance. It's like doing bad to the people and going to tease them. That's what you're doing. It's like the cheering hungry, they're cheering hungry to the house. Then you bring your food, your spaghetti with the egg on it. Then you pass it in front of their nose. You are provoking them. Is that how you do reconciliation? Is that how you do unity? Just 2 weeks ago, you violated the Supreme Court ruling. You disregarded it. Look, people become disgruntled in the country. People become hurt. People become, deeply angry over issues when their rights are being violated, when their rights are being trampled upon. But national unity to happen, there must be justice. There must be equality. There must be fairness. There must be fairness. President Weir said the real unity will happen when the respect for the rule of law is guaranteed. You are not having it in this country. We have minister of states in this country who were in charge of the president at day-to-day activities. Not a single day did we see the Ministry of State go to ministries and agencies to go and remove people on the basis of those people being unity partisans. From the day of Minister Nathaniel McGill to Minister Wisa Blambo and the rest of the deputy ministers we have had at the Ministry of State under the Weir's administration, we have not seen anywhere where individuals in a particular ministry or agency were being made to leave their jobs in their numbers because of the time they got in power or because of political party alliance. Colonial Crowd took by a deputy minister at the Ministry of State under the supervision of Minister Sylvester Grisby went and laid down over 800 human beings at the Ministry of State. They call it supplementary payroll. You lay down 800 human beings because they were appointed between 2018 to 2023, and you lied that it was because they were on supplementary payroll. But today, you have more than that number at the Ministry of State, not on the regular payroll, but on the same supplementary payroll. The only thing that has changed is the perception that those you dismissed were seditious and those you brought on board are unity partisans. Under such a condition, and the reason why you go take Nathaniel Mange, Senator Mange, you go carry to LCC, you say, how you appointed people, then this and that. The same thing is happening right now. We challenge the Ministry of State to publish the entire employee listing, inclusive of those on the CSA listing and those, in-house on the supplementary list. We challenge them to show it. It will reflect more than what they remove from there. The same people who were being dismissed by Colonial Kratoba, some of them, when they realized that some of them were unity partisans, they called them back and placed them on the same supplementary payroll. But the same reason why he told Mange to LSCC now. Some of the same people Mange appointed, why you sack, you went back for some of them and you undercover sneak them and put them back on the payroll, on the same supplementary payroll. Now these things are happening. So if Austin and myself were with the Ministry of State on supplementary payroll, you can't sack or yourself because on supplementary payroll. Then we go home. Then after 2-3 days, I see Austin going back to the Ministry of State and going back to work. Austin and my friend Austin said, "Oh my man, when you get somebody in the system, you tell the person say you know the partisan or they'll bring you back." But I see supplementary team we on CSA. And if Austin doesn't have somebody to push him through the line, do you know what Austin will start to think? He will start to develop the mindset of hatred. He becomes annoyed. He feels that he has been his rights have been violated because of his political alignment. That's injustice right there. Where injustice continues to exist, unity and unification will be far from it. So if President Bwaga is sincere about uniting this country and making this country to be a unified, unit, then the best thing he can do is to instruct his people to stop politicizing the state. It is terrible. You don't want to do that. The rule of law is the bedrock to any foundation, any democratic foundation. The reason why we are a democratic republic is because we are a country of law, not a country of few men with muzzles. Few men with muzzles can happen when the country is facing civil unrest. At the time where if you got plenty men and you got plenty gun and you got plenty medicine, that time you can control the other place. If the man who come in got plenty medicine, plenty gun, and plenty men, he can move you. That one is no longer about the law. It's about how many men and strength you got. Plus your own medicine, that how you can control place. But under the law, you don't need men, you don't need strength, you don't need medicine. You need the law to be on your side, and you are okay. When that law is being threatened, when that rule of law is being attacked, the country is in trouble. Such a country, a unification day telephone call cannot unite it. So if President Barack means well for this country in terms of having this country united, he should start it by now. By this time, he should start to ensure that the people, the GSC already rule that the supplementary payroll, people who they remove from the Ministry of State, the government was wrong. If he is sincere about national unification, he will instruct people to pay the people off. To pay them off, since indeed they already replaced them, to pay them off. If he is sincere about national unification and reconciliation, those who in their tenure position that he removed, unconstitutionally, undemocratically, he will start to instruct his people to pay them off or have them reinstated. That's how genuine reconciliation is done. But to still keep violating, you are violating. And like you stepping on the man's neck, then you telling him sorry. Your knee is on his neck, he's vomiting, but you just saying sorry. No, you're not helping. You're not helping. So when President Williams said last time we talked was in January 2024, what did you expect that we would do? Okay, yeah. What did you expect that we would do? But that is to what extent we are, my dear people. That is to what extent we are. The country of Liberia is heavily, heavily challenged. And we are hoping that someday, yes, just someday, this our president, His Excellency Joe Yumabwaka, will realize that he is the president of the Republic of Liberia and not the president for Up Broad Street. No. If it is the people from Up Broad Street, some of us will not be in the country. Some of the people in the country will not be here. When you become the president of the country, you are not a president for your party. And that's why there were times under the WIA administration when people were agitating that UNA citizens be given jobs. George Weah came up and had a press conference and said, I am a leader of the country, not a leader of UNA CDC. Even his partisan citizens felt that President Weah was being, he was sounding so weak. That's what they felt. But that was not it. The truth is, when you become president of the country, you are not president for a particular group of people. When you become president of the country, you are president for everybody. I still keep having, oh my God, I know why this thing is giving me trouble. Yeah, why is it giving me trouble? I keep clicking on it, but it is a whole problem. When you become president of the country, you become president of everybody. Sedition, non-sedition, witchcraft, people who can go to church, people who can go to mosque, people who believe in traditional things. You're president for everybody. Anything that lives in the country, you're president for it. I don't know why. I know why my own phone is not working with me. That's a whole problem. Okay, that's a whole problem. But let's see, my dear Liberian people. Quickly, let's see where we can go to. Yeah, we're coming from somebody to get 5,000 right away. So y'all be 1 minute. If you want to be part of those who are winning the $5,000, get ready. If you want to be part of those who are winning the $5,000 or $10,000, we don't know how much you'll receive. We don't know how much exactly you'll receive. It is either 5 or 10,000. So in the next 2 minutes, we'll be selecting somebody, and the machine will decide what that person will receive, either 5 or 10,000. Star 799 star 11 hash, and that will place you in a position to win some money for yourself. But just in 2 minutes before we go, give money out. Now look at what's happening. And are y'all playing? Are y'all waiting for so that by the grace of God, if you lock it, your number can be there. So we are waiting. If 10-15% play right now, we'll go do the draw and see what's up. Mr. President Barack, this is look. And that's why I was asking the last time. I said, look, come on, man. I mean, is President Baga aware that it was President Weah who mandated one of the officials of government to get in hospital in America and go treating? Because there are certain things politics should not make you do. No matter how bad I am as a global man from Maryland, no matter how wicked I am, people say global, I have business in that one. But no matter how cruel people think I am, that certain things you would do to me personally, even if we are not related or we have no political alignment or whatever connection, because of that particular thing, if I want act wicked like that, I would think and say no. I shouldn't reach to that level. That's reconciliation. That's unification. But why am I even going distance? The man who President Weah told to carry President Baga America for treatment. When President Weah won, they play what the man was a son. They play Joe Weah get the man to work. When President Baga won, he sacked that man. He put somebody in the man position. The man who was hands said, "Pape, small. Like me the plane, small. Pape said that in the seat. Pape labor, me put it in behind your head. The man who was all alone, guarding, providing. Pape go to the hospital, the man was dead. When Pape came and became president, he sacked that man. Today, the man passing around, he got a job. Okay, I agree. The man, our Joe Weah's son, that CDC Peking. But the CDC Peking talking to America and make sure you got treated. Make sure the money President Weah gave, he didn't eat it. He paid the money for your hospital bill, put you back in the plane and brought you back to Liberia. Even when your United Partisans say, Pape don't get the man to work, Pape sack the man, let's put our own people there. Even when your United Partisans are beating drum behind you to remove the man from a job, you're supposed to be the one to stand up and say, stop. When I could not reach out to when Sylvester Gracebeck could not reach out to me to know how I was feeling. When Mo Ali didn't know where I got the first medicine from to take, this man was there. When Copper Crack didn't know where I had the first ticket to go to America, this boy was there with the money where Joe Weah gave to carry me to the hospital. Even when United Partisans were beating on you, Mr. President, to sack that man, you should have stood up and said, look, I'm the president. What the boy did to me, what the boy did for me, beyond politics, I can pay him. If I own the job you want, then this and this will happen. But that's not the situation. But you waited, you sat there, your people made you, they missed the ball. They sacked the ball. Let's go get somebody money. You sat down there and sacked the ball only because the man was a Joe Weah man. That's why you allow your people sack him and put somebody in the position he was occupying. But when you say we must do national unity now, but you sack somebody who was good enough to you, good enough to you, you sack the man. Not because he was not qualified, not because he was not doing well at the end of the day, but because he's a Joe Weah man. But that man, I was Joe Weah man when you were carrying you America. You were Joe Weah man when you were sitting down to your hall, you put your phone on the main table. I got a picture. You want me to show the picture? I'll show the picture on the screen here. I got a picture. If you lie, I'll show the picture. You were Joe Weah man when you did all of that. Well, let's leave it and go get the person money. Hello, how are you?
Fine.
My name is KOK from Freedom Radio. What is your own name?
I'm Henry Tar.
Henry what? Henry Tar. Tar is T-A-R-R. Yeah, T-A-R-R. Henry Tar, can you tell us how many times you played the cash away today?
I played
2
2 times.
times, Henry.
Yeah.
Can you explain how you play quickly? No time.
Yeah, I dialed
Star 799 star 11 hash.
Yeah.
Henry Tar.
Yeah.
Your last 3 numbers are waiting.
My last number is
151. That's correct. Okay. That LD you playing what are US dollar? LD Henry Tar. Okay.
Yeah.
Henry, the machine tell you, if the machine choose 20 at 20, when you choose 40 at 40. When you choose 5,000, anything you choose, why you a girl?
All right.
Okay, so just hold on, Henry. Hold on, attorney. Henry. Oh, my man. Henry, the 5,000, congratulations. 5,000 Liberian dollars.
Thank you.
Okay, Henry. When you receive the money, call right back. Okay, Henry, 5,000 Liberian dollars. It's coming to you right away. Right away, coming. Oh, okay, Henry. We leave it right there. Yeah, so Henry, 5,000 is coming. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So you two can be like Henry now. Henry 5,000 came. Maybe when you're on the machine 10, it will give you 20,000 or 15,000 or 10,000, whatever the case is. But reconciliation should not be a lip service. It shouldn't be. You got a government today operating. By the time that they smell that you have alignment with Alexander Cummings or you have alignment with George Weah, they will make sure that they flush you out of the system. Even if you have a contract. If you have a consultancy in this government, when they identify that you did not support Joe Walker, they will sack you. Mr. President, the constitution of our country is clear as it relates to people being given opportunities to work in their government. It says, and I'm paraphrasing because I'm not going to be exact, I'm not going to be reading verbatim, but it says, governmental appointments, opportunities for jobs should not be on the basis of ethnicity, religion, tribe. It should not be on the basis of political affiliation. It should be on the basis of competence and qualification. But today in this country, oh yes, if you are not a united partisan and you are somewhere strategic, they will fire you until you are done. I hope this person is one of those who win. Yes. Is this Henry Tar? Henry Tar, how much did you receive? Quickly, let know. 5,000 Liberian dollars. Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you.
Are you a Barcelona fan?
No, I'm a Chelsea fan.
My man, move me. I feel you're going to buy beer to never back again. Man, leave my phone now later. Yeah, man. We have to back up, man. But anyway, if back up man, you can play your team playing tonight. You can also maybe you win 5K to get on a beer mile for tonight game. But the truth of the matter is, this is very pathetic. It is. You can't do reconciliation like that. The country ain't too big. I told somebody the last time, when you leave from here, you go to Zwedru. Even if it is your first time entering Zwedru, when you leave from here, you go to Zwedru, either in the night or enter, just sleep. So in the morning, Teba, wear your short trouser, small share, your slippers. Just go stroke to the parking on Zwedru Miro, Kula Bypass, Tottenham Street, all the other places you go to do. In less than 10-15 minutes, somebody will call your name. Even if it is the first time in Zwedru, somebody will call your name. That's how the country is very, very small. So you won't doubt it? Leave from here and go to Vonjiman today. Go to Vonjiman. If it is your first time going to Vonjiman, go there. Wake up the next morning. Start walking on the road. Somebody will call your name. You're not careful, they'll call your parents' name at all. That's how this country is small. So why should a government come to power and think that everybody will have to remain? And at the end of the day, the election was just 17,000 vote difference. The country is heavily divided. And that's why we do not need our president to be cosmetic in his approach towards unifying the country. It has to be organic. It has to be authentic. It has to be real. He said, I placed a call to former President Weah. President Weah said he saw you he's unknown call, unknown number. Then later he saw text messages. I bet unification day, Mr. President. I mean, Adam Mr. Weah, or how you call him, and then make him when he said, "Oh, Mr. President." That is not communication. Oh yeah, in the context of reconciliation, in the context of national reconciliation, that is not how you call this thing. That is not unification. In the context of national unification, that is not. The whole of yesterday was a holiday. No, you guys around the president should tell me. I mean, cool out for fun, you, the press secretary, or how they call him, other men, or whatever the case is. I don't have to get the names exact. But you guys around the president, what would have taken if President Bagapoe Kingo had on here You know, you're putting an Arsenal t-shirt on yesterday. You know what holiday? Putting an Arsenal t-shirt, let's sneakers. That place is mounted. That whole place of VIP protection. What would have happened? You're going to open the gate, probably walk, and go to a man. Go to a man right across the road and go there. President, we got EPS now. You call the EPS and say, "Hello, I want make if the president come and see your friend today." You're in front of the phone president say, "A man coming to him." President Baka walk in a yard easily. The camera, everything there, and walk there. Oh, my man. Oh, because you're president now, so you can be sleeping. You can be sleeping until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock this time. I mean, those kind of simple conversation. And let the tiny seditions and the tiny united partisans down the line see those kind of conversation happening at that top level. And see if the tension in this country will not de-escalate. See if the level of anger in this country will not de-escalate. Why would it have taken the president to go to that length? When you are in power, when you are the leader, you have it on your shoulders to ensure that it is done. When President Weah left the executive mansion and went to former Vice President Bouaka house that time, it didn't mean VP Bouaka at that time was bigger than President Weah. No. It was because he went there out of courtesy. When you go to a political race and you win, it is your responsibility to make sure that those who did not win will have some form of respect and courtesy. That way, even if the man was so hurt, so angry, he understand that, okay, you know what? I think the Papa is according me my respect. Or I think, like what he did to you in 2018. He accorded you all of the respect and beyond. And so all of these things we're saying, we're not saying it because we do not like this government. Trust me, I love my country. If my country is being governed by a group of people, I love those people. If the country is being governed by a particular man in Joe Bouaka, I particularly do not have any reason to have any negative thing against the president. We want this country to be better. We want President Bouaka to succeed. But that success will not come if he is surrounded by blind loyalists. If he is surrounded by people who will keep telling him, Papa, these men fought us high in the country for that election, we shouldn't get a chance. If the winner takes it all mentality is what your guys will keep putting around and you guys will be implementing, then forget about reconciliation. It means May 14, 2026, let the both store open. President Bouaka, I'm being honest with you. If the way the country has been operating in 2024, 2025, the remaining part of 2025 up to May 13, 2026, if the had the country will still be running, then next year, May 14, don't declare holiday. No, don't do that declaration. Don't issue the proclamation declaring May 14, 2026 a holiday. Don't do it. Let the store remain open. Let students go to school because it will be meaningless. It will be useless for all to be celebrating a holiday next year if this government ain't changed. If people who were dismayed, not on the basis of the crime that they committed, if they cannot be reinstated, if people who were dismissed because they were seditions, if people who were dismissed because they got appointed under a George Weah era, if they cannot be reinstated, if tenure position holders cannot go back to their jobs, or if they cannot be settled, if these things are not happening up to next year, if we go home to say we're celebrating holiday, it will just be for nothing. We'll just be losing a lot of revenue because the port will not open, LRA will not be generating taxes. We will just be missing out as a country because it will be useless. It will be another liquor day. It will be another liquor drinking day. But the actual essence, the reason why the framers of that holiday, because for every holiday to be a holiday, there should be a bill at the legislature. They will debate it. At the end of the day, that holiday will stand. By law, it will stand. The framers did not select this day as a drinking liquor day. They selected the day because they know that in the country there will be disunity, there will be confusion. People will not go along. People will have issues with one another. They know these things will happen, and that's why they say let's find a day that these things. So if we cannot work on some of these things that can bring about genuine reconciliation and de-escalate the tension we are having, and Mr. President, the next May 14, let's do different thing with it. but we shouldn't make mockery out of ourselves and think we are having Unification Day. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. And so that's what I thought to pass across. Right now, we'll take a very quick break. When we come back, we'll go to the lines and see if we can start talking to some of our callers. But while we do so, remember 5, 10, 15, 20, sufficient thousands of Liberian dollar will keep going all along the way. A lot of money will keep going. So if you are there, I'm here. There is an opportunity for you to win money. Keep dialing star 799. Star 799 star 799 11 hatch. Yes, that's why it is star 799 star 11 hash. That's the code. And with a Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money account, you can play as many times as you can. You can select 1, 2, 3 for the number of time you want to play, but make sure you get money in your phone that can commensurate with the number of time you want to play, and that will place you in a position to win some money here on 87.9. Let's take this quick break. When we come back from the break, we go and bring you we come back from the break, we'll go and bring you how you call this thing, we'll go and take your calls. That's what we do. We'll go and take calls on the conversation. But let's take this quick break to be right back.
There are crimes in many places. In every community, safe that to your door. Crime stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stop on Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stop, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own Omen Sam Saya. Yang Tieti to Deja.
Yajing.
Crime Stoppers Liberia, Liberty Fortune, and Yanjin Beer, our proud sponsors here on Freedom Hub 87.9. Radio Entertainment Liberia is our golden sponsor. We're here and we're giving somebody $1,000. Then we go to the lines and talk to our people. So yeah, we're gonna give somebody $1,000. $1,000. Then later on, we'll go back and we'll get somebody out of $5,000 or $10,000. That's how it would be.
Yellow valued subscriber, please be informed that the number you're trying to reach is currently switched off.
Okay. Okay, so this $1,000 person is off. Let's see if we can call them again. This is terrible. This is terrible. Let's see.
Yellow valued subscriber.
Okay. Unfortunately, we cannot get this person. They're off. Let's see if we can go back and get another person to give $1,000. Yes, we're going to try to do that. But the numbers are called the conversation. The numbers are 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to call the platform on 87.9. My name is Kai. Alexa is not here today. Let us go to the lines and talk to our people. This first person, what is her name? Where you join us from? 1 minute.
Yeah, good evening, KOK.
Good evening, my brother. Let's hear you.
Yeah, KOK did the ball of trouble last time, 44.4 to be exact in Zimbabwe.
Go ahead, Raskat.
You know, KOK, let me take this time to appreciate you for the show. And then, KOK, you know, let me say the talk on President Bwaga is related. And let me use this occasion to appreciate former President Weah for his brilliant decision to respond to Bwaga in the way he responded to him. You know, KOK, we said to our people that President Bwaga is not a unifier. You get me, KOK?
I'm hearing you.
Let me tell you something, KOK. In June, on the 23rd of June 2018, KOK, senior Mane President George Mane Weah signed into law through a historical loan agreement to reshape the road network. You see, senior Mane President, KOK, but under this administration, KOK, all one is confusion. I agree with President Bwaga when he said unification is a way of life, but under President Bwaga, unification is a way of hunger. So President Bwaga, unification is respecting the rule of law.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Sabu Raska. We'll leave you. Go to the international number. Let's talk to the person. Hello, sir. Go ahead. Quickly, let's hear you. Don't go give money.
All right, KOK, I'm Aki, and I join you from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to agree with many people who have opinion that the president's, move for reconciliation was not genuine.
Okay.
Especially given the time they Then look at Mr. Weah when George Weah was elected. George Weah was elected in 2017 December.
Mm-hmm.
With he won 14 counties out of 15 counties with over 274,000 vote difference.
That's right.
What did he do? On January, what did he do 2 days after he was pronounced winner? On January 1, 2018, President George Weah drove to Vice President Joseph Bwaga house. By the time he was still Vice President,
good.
Drove there, greeted him, and even called on him to bring forth his best brain so that he can move the country forward. From that meeting, the United Party Vice President Emmanuel Nukwe got appointed as the Managing Director of the Liberia Civil Aviation Authority. In August 16 of 2018, when the United Party exposed to other political parties started orchestrating protests, and then George Weah thought the country was not going well, he called the 20 political parties on August 16 of 2018. Joe Bwaga refused to attend that meeting. What did George Weah do again? On May the 2nd of 2019, the George Weah hosted Joseph Bwaga at his executive march to office. That photo you see President Weah posted yesterday, that photo was taken on May 2nd of 2019.
Wow.
That was the way.
You are so knowledgeable.
Yeah, I got a screenshot. I'm going to send it to you. But then that come to President Bwaga. But everything we're doing now is about comparing in the first 2 years. But that the 3 times that Mr. Weah reached out to Mr. Bwaga, 2 of which he saw him, and then one Mr. Bwaga refused to attend that meeting. Let's come to the first 2 years of Mr. Bwaga. You won election. Meanwhile, if you really look at the country to analyze who in charge of the country, I have to say President Weah is in charge of the country. Why do I say that? We have to think counties, even though George Weah lost the election, but George Weah won 8 counties out of the 15 counties, and Bwaga only won 7. So if you should divide the country numerically, George Weah take a bigger portion because he won 8 counties. No, you won with literally less than 20,000 votes. The men who won with 274,000 votes will never come us as we are today. To wait for a unification deal Well, literally 2 years after you won election, I think that's hypocrisy. I think the president is not being genuine about that.
Okay. Okay, we'll leave it right there. Let's go. Let's take two more callers. Then we go to the line, get somebody 1,000. Then we come back and continue with the calls. Go ahead. One more. Let's hear you. How you doing? Go ahead.
Let me say thank you. You know, our leader I'll do the right thing. You gotta be sincere. President is the president. You are winning, so you gotta bring everybody on board. You move better. For me, the president I just can. And you know my time. Let me. I'm not doing anything against you. You must never be power. So the people that the former president living power, you start taking them from there. So what you can do now is that doing the right thing, standing position, whatsoever. When you put power, making the government will pay your off. I don't want it to happen. I think there's the right thing to do. Even for the way I'm not necessary. When you got to do the right thing in the country, that money people crying all around. Same people from the street are standing a unit road. When you're not giving them better area for them to stand. These are things I will reconcile with. Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay, thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person who will go and give some money. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Quickly, let's hear you.
Good evening,
Quickly, let's hear you, sir.
Come on, me remain back the admin from Yao Cloud. Used to have district number 5 in the United People Republic of Nima.
You're calling from Nimba County. Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you.
I can. Sometimes it's disheartening. You know, voting is a gamble. If you show your gamble, see if you fall on the bear rat, and you feel now, we can see that the people gamble see is based on the bear rat. But that is not easy. But that is very wicked. You know, everything I regret why things could win like this. In the course of 6 years, the country will be divided. You're not even here to speak to your own sister for you to be, for you to be in the house of God. The things are getting hard and few people are just benefiting. At the end of the day, we will start calling international community to come help with food. The country is going bad. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's talk to the person quickly, then we'll go to give money. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute.
I'm Erickson B. Phillips for Tobo Village.
Tobo Village, go ahead, Philip. Let's hear you, my brother.
My brother, it is bad for President Oka to call the former president.
How long you been listening to the show for?
No, I've been listening to the you said hello. You said the former president said
my man, where you want to talk? Where you want to talk? Take your time. Okay, we leave you right there, my man. I don't even know what you want to talk about, but let's talk to the other person. I don't even know what you want to say. Take your time and talk what you want to say. I said what I said, and it's very clear. If you're listening, I will say it one more time. When you have a situation where the man was president, took you to hospital, you became president, you refuse to speak to him because of politics. That's not good. Even you who just calling, if you were somebody fighting to be Tobo Village or Budget Budget chairman, and the person you got sick, one of the person carry you to the hospital, you got better, you come back, you won as chairman, and you refuse to talk to that person after 2 years, then one day you send a text message, say, "Oh my man, hello, the man who not carry you to the hospital, you add you shocked out all the man, whatever the case is." It's better don't even text a man. You just live it out. Then to pretend and think if you want to make peace, do it in a way that there will be no suspicion. And that's the point we're making. I hope you have the chance to call back. And when you do so, then you call with clarity. But let's see, somebody else should be winning $1,000 here. Let's see if this person is available. I hope your number is not off. Please, we want to give you this money. I hope your number is not off. Okay. So let's see. It is ringing. Yes, it is ringing. Let's see who this person is. It is already ringing. Let's see who this person is right away.
Hello.
How are you? How you doing?
Fine.
My name is KOK from Freedom Radio. What is your name?
I'm Dagoti. I will call the phone.
Okay. Oh, Dagoti. What the person?
I carry it for you. Now we come for your phone, right?
Now where? Go where phone? Now where? Hurry up. Now where?
Okay. Now we are.
That issue. All right, now we gotta go back to our calls. Hello, Nangwe. You been playing Freedom Cash giveaway, right?
Yes, sir.
And you have not been that lucky to win.
Sure.
The system just selected your number and gave you $1,000.
Okay.
Okay, so in the next few minutes you'll be receiving it. When you get it, call us right back.
Okay, bro.
But tell us how you can play. Tell us the code you can use.
799 *799 *11 hatch.
That's correct. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, we leave it right there. We leave it right there. So let's go back to our lines and talk to more and more callers. This person, hello, how are you? How you doing?
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Thomas
Mr. Jala, let's hear you, my dear brother.
I'm in a car riding going. Well, I'm like frustrated the call when I hear you talking on the radio like that. I wonder what are you a journalist or?
Let's hear the other person. Go ahead. How you doing?
Yeah,
We're great, my dear. Let's hear you.
Yeah.
Go ahead quickly. Go ahead, patient.
Yeah, KOK to the issue.
Mm-hmm.
When you call somebody, the person not answer and you will see missed call.
Mm-hmm.
So tell you that your papi is a liar. When you call baby, what you know the man right?
No, the president can beep. I mean, President Weah said he saw an unknown number. And,
yeah, but if what I say and tell you, he plays call. And when you call somebody, you will not see the missed call. The person will tell you saw the missed call on your number.
Okay. So at the end of the day, they exchange text messages. That's what.
Why would say from Waka when you use the number to call to tell that the papi is.
Oh my God! I didn't call you off. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? Okay. So I mean, the place I like the show to be there where the show is. The place I really like the show to be there where it is. Let's talk to the person. Hello, how are you? Hello? Oh no, we missed out on that person. Let's talk to this international caller quickly. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Hello, KOK. My name is Mohammed Fode, and I call you from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
Go ahead, Mohammed. Let's hear you.
It's just deceptiveness that we saw yesterday on the part of the president.
That was cosmetic, though.
Because we all know that after the election, the ex-president George Weah did a phone call to him, congratulating him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that number is the number that have been saved in the ex-president phone or in his contact.
Good.
So having won the election, you have not gone back to him to even say hi to him or sort of stuff. But coming back to unification and then calling him on another number, I see that I've been deceptive. And even if I were in the shoe of the former president, I wouldn't have even respond to that call. But he did well by coming up with a vivid explanation, thereby explaining that he did saw a missed call and a text that was fatal, for which he also responded. And I think his action was on the fact that the president concluded in his short message that he did call. And for the fact that you said you called, probably maybe you myself we understand that we have talked and the message is very true. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So one or the other, I would say the president lied, and it was just being circulated around that he called. And thank to the former president for making it very clear that he saw him go and follow up our text message. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Now let me say this thing to our people. Look, there are a few, and I'm going to say this in the next few minutes. I hope this is going to sink in the head of the guy in that car. And if you there with some passengers, or you listen. If you vex, change the station. That's your business. But the truth of the matter is, the reason why you are calling in that kind of angle and asking me if I'm a journalist or I'm whatever, is because you know I'm saying the truth. You support President Bouaka, and it is people like you who want President Bouaka to run this country as a one-party state. People like you. When this country is united, you will benefit more because it is your government in power. Whatever development that will come to this country that you will make beam off. All we are asking is for the president to be the leader of the country and not a politician. We don't need a political president. We need a president that will be a unifier. Was it necessary for President Baka to allow people prevent former President Weah from using the VVIP launch? Was it necessary? A Nigerian pastor passed down there. One musician passed there. They are VIPs. But the former president who built the place could not pass there. You sit down in the car, you asking me who I am? I see what Solomon Joe told a car great way back say I am my boyfriend. Maybe that thing Solomon Joe was thinking about when he said that. Right? Apparently that's what Solomon Joe was thinking about when he said that. And you asking that kind of question? You have a situation where over 800 human beings were dismissed from the Ministry of State. The only reason they were dismissed is because they were appointed at the ministry under George Weah. Number two, they said they were on supplementary payroll and not on CSA payroll. Good. Today, at the same Ministry of State, more than that number got re-employed. Not on CSA, but on the same supplementary. Oh, you put other librarians down to put other librarians to the job. Honor your government. Then after a few months, you come back and say we should do reconciliation and unity. I want this country to be united. But if the president will call for unity and national reconciliation, let it be practical. Let it not be fake. Let it not be cosmetic. Let it reflect the true essence of unity and national healing. You think we're going to sit here, everybody will wear green t-shirt in this country? Is that what you think we need? We don't need it. We don't need that. We don't need to wear green t-shirt in the country. I'm a Liberian. I don't have to be a United Partisan to have a say in how this country is being governed. President Baka took an oath to protect, uphold, and defend the constitution of our country. He said, so help him God on that day. And to do that is to ensure that equity, justice, fairness is done. You sack people on the basis of a particular thing, and the same thing for which you sack them, you brought your own people and give them job. That's double standard. You are hurting other people and pleasing other people for the same particular thing. And you think you expect the country to be united? When you vest, it at your own car, switch the station, it at the driver car, beg the driver to switch it. But we will not change because you want to hear, oh, you want to be talking, President Baka do the one, he do that one. No. If good things are done in this country, we'll flag it. If we see good things happening in this country, we'll talk about it. President Baka campaigned that there will be no, mysterious death, people dying every day, people finding people dying every day in the country. Every day we see dead bodies on the road. You say we're not talking because President Baka in power, we're talking. Go on Facebook right now. Just said dead body discovered. Just go to Facebook and say dead body discovered. You'll find over 5 different dead bodies that they have discovered right in Monrovia alone. Banga, Bonkante, Banga. For the past 1 week, over 2 different bodies. Look, when we see good things happening in this country, we'll talk about it. The last time I came here, I said, look, LEC is trying. LEC is doing well. I don't know whether the rain will start falling, the river getting full, or whatever the case, but at least LEC trying her best. I said it on the radio. You think I was forced to say it? But I said it because I'm objective. You sit down, the government running a one-party country, a country deeply entrenched and divided. Hatred is the order of the day. I go to churches, I see people who do not speak to one another. Are you proud to be a United Partisan when your government is running a country in a way where church members are not talking to one another because of the fracas that we sustain from the elections? Such a country will have genuine reconciliation when the leader is sincere. When the leader is not toying with reconciliation, when he's not politicizing reconciliation. You think we'll sit here and remain mute on it? Come on, we're not going to do that. Are you vexed? Come on. At least it's stable. Find one of the transformers, soak it with water, then you hook it. That would be the best thing for you to do. 0886 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Let's talk to this other person on the line. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly. Hello.
Hello, Carl. How you doing, sir?
We're great. This is Jane. Let's hear you, Jane. Where you join us from?
I'm calling from Illinois, Chicago.
Chicago, the U.S. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, my thing is, I think former president we are make a mistake.
What was the mistake?
Yeah, the private a person at the time Waka was sick. That a rapping hard that today.
No. You gotta take that. You gotta take it back. Take it back. Please take it back. You can talk to the president of the country like that.
Okay, I'll take it back.
Okay, go ahead now. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, I'll take it back. Okay, this is the thing. Okay. The problem there, Waka is not a leader. He does not have that charisma. He does not have that skill as a leader. An old man who say he have 42-year experience. I don't know. You know, back in the days when they say a person old, that means the person can play that the old age and they play gray hair determine that the person can play the sense, they can play experience.
Okay.
But for Waka, nothing. You can see it. What were you calling me on string number? And you did make your number. What sense does that make? Now, Papi?
Okay.
And that guy who calls after you say, he ask you question, you like, journalist. Then you go have the transformer. If person say he go join in the duo, they will know that he's serious.
I'm done with that guy. I'm done with that guy. He's equally disappointed with your government. Trust me, he is. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead, man. CC, female general. Let's hear you.
Thank you, KOK. You know what happened?
No.
Let me say thanks to my brother who just left the lab, but I'm best way for taking it. I take it back. How will you want to take it back?
I mean,
yeah?
there's a radio platform now, a national radio. We got to guide the conversation.
Okay, I agree. When we were here 6 years ago, Waka is such an area, right?
If the United Partisans were rude enough to insult a certain president,
the one would behave rude. Down to Waka would behave rude. All of them.
So should you citizens also be rude? No.
Yes.
If in case you want to do that, then not on the platform. Maybe another platform.
Okay, another platform. I'm telling you, not tell the message, take it back.
On my platform, I will tell him to do that on my platform.
But when I do something, when I agree with you, I'm telling you, I'm gonna put me in slow too. So you're gonna go on high. So I say, I wanna do that. I wanna take it back.
To the issue.
We are in this country.
To the issue.
Okay, to the issue. And that's why let me say hello to all because I'm so angry with you today. So personally, we are in this country. In the unity, and we daily improvement to the people in the country. When he consider he called Waka, even when he was falling out at the Capitol building, when he got out, that take down when the take him go on his head, he came into the hall, he said, go and go see the paper. Yeah, went there. And that was President Booker, he keep himself before he left out of the country. That false? It's not false. What I'm saying, you get a record there. Okay. Because we are one election, you want to do, you call Booker, say, Booker, you are father. You my grandfather. Let's come together as one. Let's come on the table and destroy the blood problem. Let's put one together. What is what we are? He will never do it. So that people say, oh, the first voting about the first I have no rescue team. Talking about trash and not on the platform then. Yesterday it was good to let him buy it, but we are getting feel. He like him to be. He's zooming. He can't feel nothing. You understand when you're chicken with pee, he can't see when you took for pee, then they come with a rescue to you, then they can't for nothing, on platform. So what he say, he's now a journalist. Where you coming from? He says he's not a journalist. When you tell him to tell people, say, oh, we try your statement, but you tell him that you're not a journalist because you feel that. When the post finger, what you saying is not the right thing he's saying. So you tell him that he's not a journalist, then he says, we can't statement back. For me, I get retarded. They say, we are called Waka and on the leader in the rest of his for here. What is our thing? Or he won the election.
Okay.
He called them, send them west. He left that place, he came back. And he went to Waka and he said, oh man, I won the election. Here you went. When you fall out from the country, you fall on your arm.
You know what? You know what happened? The guy. What happened here is the fact that we are saying how President Barack came to hospital, but the man came to hospital. Who had that one? Are you had that one? Are you had that one? That one not issue.
Yeah, it's not issue. Even the picking like carry that man say low, but they say oh low, my picking carry that man. No, especially when it is for them about my ear for. As you carry him, bringing back to me. I want to see him alive. When he met enter the office, he fire, and the boy he fire say get up from there. For carry me and bringing me back safely, I fire me, and they fire first. They talk about reconciliation.
Okay.
You think of put together?
Thank you.
It's wicked, evil. Boga is evil. We don't need you for him.
We leave you right.
Let's call a straight number. You get weird number. Call straight. Don't have a wickedness and say funny. We are all straight number. The money number we are the money number two will get out for that one. Call them straight.
Okay.
When you call, you say Cassina. You get your children job. When you consider, you get your children job, and you buy 2 cars. You a man in your face. So then you bet we have to pay for pull to the nature. But you're hospital. Okay, can you imagine that?
Okay.
Can you imagine that they make us see the animal, they make all buffer. What you betting nothing all one. What you listen he make it fast today. He said no papa you too old. I was like, what they get? Touch it. And they touch it. I told you betting we have it's for the whole I forget that all and then they say you talking about no.
Okay. Thank you.
When they say evil and wicked, everyone not peaceful, they let go ahead with it yes.
Okay. Thank you, man. Sisi. Thank you. We gotta leave you and take another person. Let's talk to this person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, KOK.
How are you, my dear brother? Let's hear you, sir.
Okay. This is Abraham. I'm calling from the United States.
Go ahead. It be
okay, great show. Yes, great show, man. You playing your part. It's highly appreciated. Very fascinating show. But you know, KOK, there are things that we need to put into context here. This President Bouakai today, he was right in Liberia when Moses Black died in JFK Hospital under the Unity Party government.
That's why people didn't want us to talk about. People didn't want us to talk about it.
He was vice president at the time. Today he was president. Oh, he is president. John Gray died right in Monrovia. John Gray, who happened to be acting president at the time. Active vice president at the time when President Taylor left Liberia. He died right in Monrovia. Bouakai ever took any initiative to even send John Gray for medical attention? He said no. Even John Gray's own entitlement, he couldn't get it up to the time he passed. Now, for people to talk about, oh, it was the president, and it was the country's corpus that President Weah sponsored Bouakai straight for medical treatment, granted. But at least he had a moral compunction to do that as a president. He said, oh, this man is a statement, I will sponsor a state for medical attention. But you see, when people are so imbued with ingratitude, this is why you get killed, okay?
Okay.
They would never appreciate anything, no matter what is done. That's the behavior of the crops of people that you got living in our country today. So, okay, don't be deterred. Don't even be bamboozled by anybody coming on your show to ask you as to whether you are a journalist.
No, I'm not. I don't even want to be. I don't want to be a journalist in a country where injustice is happening. No, I don't want to be.
Definitely. Okay, let me just close on this.
Quickly.
George Weah did the right thing yesterday to respond to Bouakai's so-called call that he placed a unity call. It was just for formality. One of the guys that, oh yeah, I'm calling this president because I want to unify this country. Bouakai left just a stone throw away from President Weah. He can't even walk, he can't even stop to the man's place. Today, as we speak, like you mentioned, please what people gather to identify President Weah. He called it to demolish that. Is that a way for unity?
Okay.
Liberia is in trouble, okay.
Okay, we leave you right there. Abraham Connor. Let's talk to this person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute, how you doing?
Good evening, KOK. My name is Soki Tara, and I call you from Maryland County, to be precise, Kawike.
Kawike is not in Maryland County. Kawike is in River G.
Kawike and River G, yeah, I'm calling for River G, Kawike.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
My brother, you know, I sit down cleanly and listen to you. You know, what I want to tell the Bouakai fanatic and the Bouakai gang, I just want to tell that President, we need no call from Joseph Bouakai on a unification day. You cannot set a way by unification day that you want to call a former president and tell them that, oh, yeah, I'm ready to unify. Why you calling them on new number? On new numbers, but on new call. The nobody appear. No number appear. They were just there on new. You know, when you want to call, there's somebody calling like, you're calling a girlfriend.
Put the number on 21.
Oh, yeah, girlfriend, maybe I think you're higher number. But so we are not president, we are President Bouakai girlfriend.
Man, lead the girlfriend,
Bene. Yeah, the thing had me up to now, man. I don't even know what to say.
Okay.
Get to the issue. To the issue.
Quickly.
You know, today the public works minister make it clear. Because when we said that right here, we told people that all this project that we are securing the funding for all those projects, they say our more stink. They say our money stink. We will not talk. Yeah, but today they are all public works minister they appointed. They may make it clear to them. They may be saying yeah, they may tell them that no, all those things we're doing, even the road in Kakata. The ruling Kakata said it. The message the previous
we will have the we'll have a whole conversation on that on that next week. Thank you. Thank you. We leave you right there. We talk to Edmond KK. Edmond, go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute. No time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, brother, for the recognition. You know, this shouldn't be a surprise to President Weah and sedition and the support of President Weah, because this is a man that was falling out of the ground in the world of former Senator Johnson. You picking all carrying to the U.S. when he returned. What did he do? He endorsed protests against President Weah to come down at RIA. So what is strange? This is not strange, but what that is happening to you, if you really have an error around here, they should have advised him, because this is the only way why you call development will come to the country in their need, not in our need, what we started and they are finishing. How come you are oppressing them? Since don't you worry, 2024, when you were shaking and falling down to the ground, during your inauguration with President Weah was trimming it all over. They was saying one of the sister radio stations, President Weah was not thinking canceling a train and a lie, a flight that will pass RIA to flew Bwaka all of the country again. Even in president say when you're trimming that they fall into the ground. So how can your president carry grudges unnecessarily? Because sometimes you throw some of the grudges in your heart that it has no place, it has no reason for that. So the question we ask, those of us who are Christian, right? Especially he is a Baptist deacon. He serves communion. He takes in communion. How is he taking in communion? Okay. How is he taking in communion?
Thank you.
How is he serving the communion?
Thank you.
When you have to be pure, before taking the communion. And this is why he carry on an illness in the body. Because he is taking condition of the nation unto himself.
Thank you.
You
we leave you right there, Edmond. Sorry we have to let you go. Let's take this other person quickly. We'll take one more and we'll go home. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening, Oliver.
Good evening, my dear sister. Let's hear you. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. This is Peter Lane. I call you from Congo Town.
Go ahead, Peter Lane. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I think one thing that we all should understand is that Mr. Bwaka actually needed a message yesterday for the Unification Day. The reason being is that the last year, he went there and lied to the Liberian people. And this year, there is no way that he can lie to the Liberian people, because nothing like peace, that is government, has shown to Liberian people. You see what happened in the by-election in Emma County? The vice president that should be serving as a vice president for everyone, he went there and took a side, and today his supporters are talking about Madingo people, Manon people, Gio people, all the kind of things. So the division is everywhere. For that reason, there is nothing about peace that Bwaka could tell us yesterday to believe it. So he wanted to bring up topic to discuss. Calling or beating President Weah, it's not about unity. Bwaka only wanted something to talk about during the Unification Day. All right? One thing that we should understand is Bwaka is somebody who cannot settle peace or cannot bring peace to this country.
Okay.
We saw in the CPP. What happened there? When Bwaka took over as a state broker at CPP, the entire CPP broke down because of his leadership. So that's the same thing that Bwaka is demonstrating as president of this country. So we should watch out for that. And Liberia is divided. Liberia will be divided on Bwaka administration until his 6 years is over. Thank you.
You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you told us. You even claim to even be the hero from your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No justice for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can go. No opportunity.
When you seek reconciliation and national unity, Your actions should match with your voice.
I hate to say you got no love, it's a rescue.
If your legs and your feet,
I just wanna ask you one.
oh yes,
Will you give the rescue?
if all of the parts on your body, your legs, your hands,
Let me ask you.
if your eyes and your nose,
Unlike you,
your ears and your mouth,
say you was going to change things.
if they cannot do what your heart is saying,
You made you and your rescue team.
then trust me, your heart is the real thing that we know.
Put your ballot into two.
See, you can continue to have a particular perception
Downsizing.
that is totally against unity,
I giving people something.
and you come back and do lip service with unity.
Haunting.
This country, Liberia, is for all of us.
Suffering.
When you are privileged to be given the presidency, take it as an opportunity
It's a rescue.
and not a license to deepen the division in the country.
One question that
For those of you who support the Unity Party, those of you who are Unity partisans and members of the rescue mission, it is upon you to ensure that this country is united. A country in one piece is better than a country in pieces.
It's a rescue.
We'll return here on Monday. Have a wonderful time. God bless you. Freedom Radio Liberia. We take a break. When we come back, next week we will continue with different topics. Until then, Anthony Stevens will sit at controls and continue with broadcast activities here on 87.9. Let's go and return next week.
We the EPA with me the song I made and get it wrong. What's more like edition and psychic from people. I was that way, and I is on us, we didn't buy it, yes,